Okay, this one's going to be entitled When You Don't Feel Like Exercising. Use the word move. Okay, it's a rainy day, it's snowy, it's gonna snow all day. You should see it snowing. I can hardly see the trees. I have my pad here on the floor. Here's the deal. What's the first thing you do when you have had physical therapy? What's the very first thing they have you do? Yeah, they get you on a walker, a bike ride, something to get steady state movement going, right? Yeah. So you just move. If you want to put some music on and do a little dance, that's fine too. But now, if I have this pad that I am stepping up on, and I think you're seeing my whole body here, my feet. Let me make sure. It's a cross between too much and too little. How's that? Is that better? Thumbs up. Yes. Good. Okay. Okay. So I have my band. I step up, but I don't bring the other foot up. And I'm going to just go like this with my hands. This is a flossing procedure for your joints. So as you step in, don't go so fast. Step in and stay there just for a second. See that? See this? Do two or three arm swings as you line yourself up, then step off. Step. And you see, I just barely have a toe on the floor. And I'm going to do 2 or 3 arm swings just to start getting my joints with that synovial fluid warming up so I can actually stretch better. Oh, I didn't mean to say that word. Move better. So the title of this one, if you must know, will be When You Don't Feel Like Exercising, ... use the word move. So even this move that I'm doing right now, some of us really have a wobble to us, okay, when we're walking for many reasons. But you see what I'm doing? I'm staying in my front foot with my toe barely, and I'm swinging my arms. Just keep it under the armpit. So that's where I want you to keep it, okay? And I'm going to keep that toe down there because I'm trying to load and I'm trying to get my foot to do a total readout of where I am. That's called proprioception. In space, my knee is soft. It's not locked. My shoulders are down. I'm breathing in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. I'm tucking in my chin and I'm hanging out here for just a couple of seconds. So I'm going to do one more on each foot right now. And let me tell you something. Those of you who are just coming on and you're just kind of getting things together, make sure you do some of these before you go into some of the moves that we're going to do today. Okay, it will make it much better because you're going to be warmed up. Okay, and we're going to warm up some of the very structures that we're going to be using. And I have my extra long band here. And I'm going to start with stepping back. And I'm going to put my front foot on the pilla. See that? So that's going to make me go all over the place. Okay, I already know that. I'm going to step back a little more. Okay, then I'm going to take my little band and I'm going to give a nice tug. See that? Take a breath, pull the shoulders down as you point forward. Then come in, face the front. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Knee is soft. I'm pressing hard into the front foot on the pilla. My back foot is pretty straight. It's not turned out. Now, right now, say rib cage up. Drop my shoulders. You got to do that if you're going to put pressure on those shoulders. See that? I got to drop my shoulders every single time. Because if I don't, then I could injure my shoulders because they are not seated into your back. Okay, you get those shoulders down. That way the shoulder blades go in. Okay, and I just do a little press as I pull my arm back. Take a big breath. Okay, do you see how I'm doing? I'm turning like this as I pull, then I turn back. Okay, that's a kind of an important move here. Straighten your foot in the back. Keep your knees soft. Breathe a couple more times. Here we go. Turn and drop down. Turn, drop down. Breathe in through the nose. Yeah. Take a big breath. Just one more. And come back down. If you've been doing this the whole time, rib cage up in good line, you're feeling it in the back of that leg. Okay, step off. Walk, 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 walk. Turn that back foot out. Turn it back in and switch. Okay? So we're going to get into some good mobility moves today. So right now, I'm going to switch my arms. So the leg that's in the back, that's the elbow that's going to go back. This arm goes forward. That's matching your front leg. Okay? Now, before you start working, this is not about working super hard. This is about really getting into some of those movement systems. The knee should be bent. Okay? My toes are splayed. And if you're moving all around, which you should be on a pillow, a pad, okay, you're getting that all important, what's called flossing, okay? So here I go. I'm gonna take a big breath. I'm gonna drop my shoulders as I pull back, just like that. Say rib cage up. Take a big breath, turn front. See, turn. And then as I pull, I'm turning my whole body. You could turn your head, okay? Drop your shoulders. Here we go. Pull, turn. Now, mind you, both of my feet are pretty straightforward, okay? Some of you have turned your back foot and you don't even know it. So now I'm turning straight on. Okay, now I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna stretch that arm back. I'm gonna stretch this one front against a little pressure with the band. Drop your shoulders. Breathe in through the nose. Okay, here I go. See, I'm straight on. Now I'm going to pull and turn. Okay. Big breath. Drop your shoulders. Bring it back. We got about 3 or 4 more. You ready? I think I can count to 3. And then come back and come back. Okay. So you should be feeling it in the back leg. Make sure you don't lock your knee. Okay, here we go. This starts pulling and I start turning. See that? And I drop my shoulders. Breath in through the nose. Bring it back. Here we go. Breath in through the nose. Here we come. Okay, just 2 more. Just 2 more. Here we go. Take a big breath. Forward. Turn. Yeah, and come back. Nice. Come off of that, turn that toe out. That built up a lot of tension, right? Now just walk, 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 walk. Yes. Okay, if you had shoulder issues, okay, I'm going to try to give you a couple of moves that are going to help release those, as well as tight hip. Some of you will feel the tight hip, not here, because you don't even know you're tight there, okay, in the flexors. You will feel it as a tightness in your back. We're all connected. Okay, you ready? See this? See this? I'm going to start this right here in front of my face. See that? Okay. The minute I just did that, see, I went stepped wide and I went like this. You don't even know it, but some of you did this. Okay, so I don't want you to do that. I want you to drop your shoulders, drop your chin, and I want you to start by pulling those arms out I'm not pulling on the band at all. And I'm going to bring it right back into here. Okay. Now we're going to do some moves to help the shoulders. However, if you're leaning out like this, which is what a lot of people do when they do this move, okay, drop your shoulders, say rib cage up, soften the knees, go out and in. See, it's right here, right here, right here. See, keep my chin tucked. And then when I come in, my elbows go back. Okay, that's kind of important. Don't be leaning in. Pull yourself back, say rib cage up, go woo, breath, 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 breath. So why am I doing this? I'm doing what's called flossing through the elbows, through the shoulder, before I put pressure into it or before I stretch it, okay? I wanna floss it just a bit, okay? And I can do a bend through my hip, a bend through my hip, bend through my hip. It's little, it's high. Breath. Breath through the nose. If you can, breath through the nose. And I'm just doing a very important flossing type move through the hips, through the shoulders, through the elbows. Keep my chin tucked. Breath. Just two more, just two more, just two more. So a lot of people with joint issues have a problem getting into some of the moves that I'm going to be doing today, but especially if you haven't done some warming up, okay? So now I'm going to come right here to my chair, all right? And I'm going to do a sit to stand. So I'm going to go right here, right there. And if you want to make this more challenging, it will be very much more challenging if you put your feet right here, okay? As a matter of fact, for some of us, that will be a very difficult pull, okay? And you need to use your hands back here. So try it one way or the other. I'm just giving you different modifications. But if you come here and go a little bit wider, you can try it with one leg here in just a minute. Go wider than your hilla. See that? And come up and do a turn. See that? Then I'm going to go back down. Now I'm going to take my band, loop it in through my thumbs. I'm going to do that same move. I'm going to shine my tail lights. I'm going to come up, soften my knees, drop my shoulders, turn all the way. Then come back and go back into a sit down. Take a big breath, drop your shoulders, drop your chin, up and turn. The feet stay forward. Don't turn them, okay? So I'm going to turn just like that. I'm going to do this 2 more times. I'm going to go all the way down, breath, up, turn. Do not lift the heel. Do not lift the heel. You're going to want to lift the heel. Don't do it. Here we go. Down. Take a big breath. Drop your shoulders, up, and turn. Don't lift the heel. Go all the way as far as you can, okay? Take a big deep breath and a big deep breath, okay? And we're gonna come down. All right. Now, I'm gonna take my little band and I'm gonna loop it around my one ankle. Then I'm gonna just step into it with my other foot. So now I have created a little bit of a tension. See that? Just a little bit of a tension. See that? So I'm going to step out. You can step on the pad if you want to. So this band is right around my ankles. I hope you can see that. See? It's right around my ankles. And if you have like a pant leg, that will make it feel more comfortable. Okay? So here I go. Take a big deep breath through the nose. Press down on the shoulders. See how I'm moving my legs out here? My knees or in line with my ankles, meaning don't let them cave on you right now. We'll do that in just a minute. So as I'm holding my knees open to line up with my ankles against the band, I'm gonna press down on my shoulders, swing the hip off of the chair, and take a big breath, and I'm hanging out here, and I'm just gonna do a little tiny bit of a dip. And I'm gonna hang out here with the green band around my ankles, and then I'm gonna come down. Take a big deep breath, hold those legs out, and you're gonna dive right in the middle with your hands. Now here's the deal, y'all. I'm holding my legs open so that my knee is in line with my ankle, and the band is very taut, and the legs are wider than my shoulders, okay? But when I go to the deep dive, some of you are gonna round your back, and I don't want you to do that right now. So as you're coming down, you're shining your tail lights, just like that, and you're diving right down here, and then you're gonna walk your hands out as far as you feel you can. And you should be feeling the stretch in your groin. Walk those hands out, but do not round your back. Okie dokie. Then you're gonna walk back. You're gonna put one hand here, one hand here. You're gonna push against your forearms on your knees. And do you see how I'm keeping these legs open against this band? Yeah, don't let the knees come into the center, not yet. Take a breath. Here we go. It's a big deep dive. Down, go all the way down into the middle of the legs, and you're walking your hands out, but don't round your back, not right now. Okay, hold it there, take a big breath. Really walk those fingers out there as far as you can. Okay, then come back. Put your elbow on the knee, drop your shoulders, and come back up. Okay, now we're gonna lean back, okay? So this is working right all in here. This is really working to keep me from falling into my chair here. See that? And I'm keeping these knees in line with my ankles, right? I'm gonna come up, and I'm gonna just straighten out that leg a little, and then bring it back and come back in, okay? So this is putting a push-pull kind of a stretch, move into the legs, the core, everything, okay? Here we go, open. See how I'm opening? This is really working right here, right? Say rib cage up, then I lift my other leg, and I try to go like I'm straightening my knee, but I don't. And then I come back. So this is almost like a PNF stretch. I won't go into that right now, but I'm putting pressure while I'm opening into a stretch is the point, okay? So here I am, right here on my little chair. I'm gonna open back. As I open back, my chin tucks, my rib cage comes up, I lift, and then I try to open that leg against the band, and then I come back in and I come back in. Take a big deep breath, in through the nose, okay? Open back, tight, tight, tight. Lift this leg, here we go. Open that leg against the band, yeah. And then come back in and come back in. Okay. Now I'm gonna release that band. Now we're gonna address the tight hips. Are you ready? I'm gonna lead the couloir. So I'm gonna come up and up, all right? I'm gonna put my hands right back here. I'm gonna turn my chair as if this were a counter or a wall. See, I'm gonna use the chair, okay? I'm gonna take a shoulder width stance. I'm gonna put my hands right here. Release your butt muscles, don't tighten. Don't tighten in the stomach, okay? Drop your shoulders, put your hands right back here. and push your chin, tuck your chin, soften your knees, and push the hips toward the back of the chair, okay? Keep dropping your shoulders because they're gonna wanna scrunch on you. Don't let them do that. Okay, we're gonna hang out here for just a few seconds, okay? This is opening, opening, opening. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath through the nose. Drop your shoulders. Don't tighten up your butt. Really soften your knees and push that hip forward. Okay, now come out of that move. Come out of that move. Come out of that move. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. Now, we're going to get in the ground. If you don't want to get in the ground, you can do a lot of these from the chair. It's up to you. Okay? So, we're going to go use your chair. You can go straight back. And in fact, I like for you to do this. So I'm going to put my hand on the chair and just kind of bend my back knee. And I'm going to come down. See that? So I want everybody, this is a great goal for any of us. Okay, is to be able to, now don't get settled yet. Because we're going to come up and go back down again. Okay? That's part of this whole movement strategy today. All right, are you ready? See how my toes are curled under back there? Yeah. Put your hand on your chair. Put your hand on your knee if you need to. Press. And then come back in. And then switch. And let that back leg slide back. And don't go right down. Straighten the back leg. Okay? So that you feel a stretch in the calf. Very important. Now we're going to hit the calf again as we're coming up out of this move. All right. Now I'm going to bend that back knee because I'm feeling the stretch in my calf kind of leave me. Okay. Then I'm going to bend the knee. I'm going to come right on down. Come right on down. Use your chair if you need to. And you're right back into here. Okie dokie. Now we're going to go into all fours. Some people refer to this as the beast move, okay? All fours, yeah. And we're gonna go like this. We're just gonna press our toes and we're just gonna stretch the bottom of the feet. To see that? And I'm just gonna lift into my feet and I'm gonna press my heels down, okay? And then I'm gonna come right back down into the beast. All fours. Got it? So when you're in the beast move, go ahead and do a plantar flexion of your toes. Okay? And then go back into a curled toe or a dorsiflexion. Okie dokie. So this is a really good one for feet, ankles, all through the hamstrings because that's what we're trying to target here. So we're going to go into modified plank. Again, are you ready? See what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do to get you to stay here is I'm trying to get you to stretch under your feet right now. Okay. See, I'm sitting back into my toes and it's really stretching under my foot. Well, that takes just a few seconds. All right. Bend your elbows. Okay. Now tighten your tummy. Drop your shoulders and lift your knees. And go into the heel and then push yourself back into your legs as far as you feel you can. Take a big deep breath. Come back down to a very controlled all fours. All right. Big breath. Go to the elbows. Put your forehead right down on your hands there. Take a big breath. Make your feet go flat. And you're going to crawl back out. So I call this the inchworm. Okay. These are all my carry implements right here. So you see what I'm doing. Okay. So see this? I'm doing the very same move that I just did with you standing. So if you're not wanting to get in the floor, go back into that hyperextension. It's a gentle hyperextension, but I'm on the ground now. See how I'm pushing into my elbows? And I'm dropping my shoulders, I'm dropping my chin. Whoa, does that get you to open up? And it helps to loosen a tight hip or a tight back, okay? Take a big deep breath. Before we come out of this one, we're just gonna roll to the side, both. Are you ready? So I'm gonna move this chair so I don't hit it. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna roll like this with my shoulder down, roll, and bring that leg back. I'm gonna try to bring that leg back behind me. Yeah, just like that. Then I'm gonna point, pat the floor, and then I'm gonna open way back. See that? So I should call this Kay's move. Okay, I hope you're getting this done. Bring that hand back down. Now keep that leg back, don't bring the leg back. Put your elbows down and just come down as far as you feel you can. So this is a big twisty move, but it's a very supported because you're on the floor. So yeah, I could do this on sitting on the chair, you know. Okay, are you ready? We're gonna do that one more time. Here we go. Open the hand back and drop your shoulders way back. So you're back there matching that leg. And you're opening the whole pectoral, the whole shoulder, okay? Bring it back down. Come back to a lying position, okay? So here I am, right here. So every time you get into this position, I want to make sure that I push my shoulders down because that gets my shoulder protected into my back. And it facilitates stretching through that pectoral, okay? The chest. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Here I go. So I'm going to lean into this arm. I'm going to bring this leg back. See, the top leg, it's back there. Then all I have to do is to bring this arm back to match that leg. Okay, keep your chin tucked, drop your shoulder, palm is up, opening the chest, opening the chest, opening the chest. Big breath, big breath. Bring it back all the way, but not your leg, not your leg. Just bring your elbow back. See how I'm turned? This is facilitating huge moves through your core, through your back, through your hips, through your shoulders. Okay, take a big breath in through the nose. Are you ready? Bring that hand up. We're only going to do 2 of these to match that leg that's back there. Okay, drop your shoulder, drop your chin. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Open that chest. That should be a big stretch. Come back around, come back around, come back around. Okay? Are you ready now? We're going to do a low plank. Okay? So I'm just going to pull my tummy up. That's it. I'm just going to pull my hips up, not my legs, nothing. So there's some of you out there that definitely will do better on this one if you do not go to your toes. All I want you to do is drop your shoulders. I want you to pull your tummy in, leave your knees on the ground, and make sure your shoulders are able to do this, okay? And come back down, take a big breath. So this has a lot to do with your core, your back, your hips, the control you have in your shoulders. Take a big breath, keep your chin tucked, lift your tummy, okay? Just lift your hips up and you're on your knees. Now, there are some of you out there that might want to go to your toes. Well, God bless you. Do it. But you do not have to go to your toes to get great benefit on this, all right? Take a big breath. And now we're going to just push back. So we put a big hit by doing a low plank. We didn't even go into a high plank yet. Okay. Then I'm going to crawl back out. There's our little inchworm. See? This is our little inchworm move. See that? There's a lot of value in that move, y'all. So elbows are down. My knees are down. I'm not going to go immediately to my toes. I'm going to make sure my positioning is good. That means shoulders down, chin down. Then I'm going to pull my belly button off the floor. And I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. And if I want to punch it and see how I do on my toes, we'll do that, but you don't have to. Take a big deep breath. Hold it there. Come back down. Okay? Roll to the side. Big breath. Yes. Now we're on our side. And I'm going to reintroduce our little band here. So we haven't even gone into our high plank yet. Okay? So you see what I'm doing? I'm putting my little band just above my knees. That's it. Just above my knees. That's it. My elbows down. See? Shoulder, elbow. Take a big breath. Chin tucked. And I'm going to keep my ankles on top of my ankles. And my knee is on top of my knee. And just going to open it like a little clam. See that? So I'm just going to come up and back. Because I'm moving, just moving through those hip muscles. Take a big breath, go up as far as you can, and then come back down. We're not going to do a ton of these. We're just moving through some of these. This is a very important one that we a lot of times don't do. Okay? Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Yes. Then I'm going to come up like this. I'm going to stretch against that band. And I'm going to reach my foot out. See that? I'm going to grab that big toe. Just like that. And pull that toe right back. Whoa. Getting into some of those structures to stretch them. And I'm going to come back. Then I'm going to come right here. Okay. Swing my feet right around. And I'm on the other side. Shoulder, elbow, knees are stacked, ankles are stacked, right? Say rib cage up, breathing in through the nose, and you just open that like a little clam, okay? I like to do this one with a band around my knees. One of the biggest reasons I like to do it is because if you are excessively rolling in order to open this, see that's kind of a cheater move right there, then it's very easy to spot it. Okay, so stay forward with your hip and you're just moving against the band. Careful with your shoulder. Okay, take a big breath. Now as you're doing this, if you want to put your hand here, that's fine. If you want to move your hand back and get a little more stretch in through that chest, good, do that. You can bring it back down. Take a big deep breath. Make sure this shoulder stays in. Just a couple more. Take a big breath in through the nose, in through the nose. So on these rainy, cold days, sometimes you don't want to stick your nose out the door, but that's exactly what you should do. Just open it up, open the door up, open a window. Take a couple of deep breaths through your nose. It's a good thing to do that. Okay, bring these back around. See this? Yeah, I'm not going to turn this into a huge strength move day. This is moving day. Okay, big breath. Now, I've introduced before the dead bug. Okay, but we're going to do a push-pull kind of a stretchy thing. So here I go. I'm going to go like this. I can get down in the floor one of two ways. And if I don't want to be in the floor, I can do a lot of these sitting in the chair. Okay, so I can either help myself down this way, or I can roll to the side, roll down, and here I am in the floor in my dead bug position. See that? Here I am right here in the dead bug. I'm going to keep one hand here, and I'm going to push my leg down. And then as I push it back, I want to give a little resistance. See that? Then I switch. Now, it's great to do this move and you see it. And you put your hand there and you go, oh yeah, that's a great move to do. However, don't let your shoulders creep up. See how I'm pushing this leg up and I'm resisting it with this hand? Okay, don't let your shoulders creep up. Take a big breath. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Now, I would not suggest for many of you to do this 2 at a time. It's going to be a little bit too stressful on the back. So I want you to keep your back in a neutral position. And as you bring this leg back, you're resisting with your hand. See that? Then switch. Put the leg down, bring it back and resist, resist. This is all core. Woo! Take a big breath, take a big breath, take a big breath. Point, flex, point, flex. Then bring those legs in. Take one leg at a time, one at a time. And bring your leg as straight as possible. If you can't get your leg straight and keep your knee over your belly button, well, I would take just keeping your knee bent. Bring the knee into the shoulder first, then work on straightening that leg. And if you don't grab that toe, that's no big deal, okay? It is no big deal. If you can, well, that's great. But if you can just do this, point, flex, and get these hamstrings stretching, then that's a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to bring the other one in. And then I'm going to keep my knee over my belly button. And I'm going to try to grab that toe and just pull it toward me. Take a big deep breath. Should be big stretches going on. You got it? Yes. So we did a resistance move with the dead bug position. Okie dokie. Now, you can use your chair for this next one or not. It's up to you. All I want you to do is put your ankle over the knee. That's it. Okay. Big deep breath. Okay. If you have a wall or if you have a chair, which most of you have a chair, just put your foot on the lower rung. That's all. If you can't get it up here, that is no big deal. You don't need to do it that much to get a benefit from this particular stretch or move, okay? So if you can just put your leg on the lower rung of the chair so that your foot is lifted just a little, then you're going to push a tiny bit on your leg, okay? If you can bring that knee in with your foot across the knee, great. That's going to attack right through the gluteal, specifically if you've ever had like a sciatic nerve tightness issue, whatever, okay? Take a big breath and switch, okay? So the first thing you do is just have your foot on the floor, put your ankle over the knee, all right? And just push. Push on the knee, drop your shoulders, push on the knee so that you're opening and stretching all through those hip flexors. Then we're going to attack the extensors, okay? And if you can put your foot again on a lower rung of a chair, see how my lower rung is there? Or up here in the chair, or just pull it in. That's what you want to try to do, okay? So this is my knee replace side. So I'm going to push down and pull in, and I get that very important stretch accomplished. Okay, so pull and push. Pull in and then push down on that knee. Breaths, drop your shoulders, big breaths, and release. Then bring those legs into a hug. Take a big breath. Then you're going to take one leg to the side and then the other leg to the side. Okay? Some people have back issues, have hip issues that you cannot do that at the same time. Okay? So bring one leg up, bring the other leg up, keep your shoulders down, take one leg down, go the other way, then take the other leg down. Drop your shoulders, breath in through the nose, bring one leg up, bring the other leg up. Yay. Then take this one down, and before you bring the top leg down now, here's the very important one. You're going into that groin, okay? Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. You're going into those adductors and abductors. Mac is blocking the view. Come here, Mac. Come here, Mac. And then come back up and come back up. He keeps me company. Okay, take the other one down and keep this one up because you're getting into that very important groin complex area. Okay, take a big deep breath. Once you've felt the stretch and you've held it for about 10 to 15 seconds, more or less, then you can bring them back up. Point flex, point flex. Take a big deep breath, roll, and you're right here, okay? And you're right here on all fours, back to the beast positioning. Okie dokie? Now I want to challenge you on this one, okay? First of all, sink back, okay? Sink your butt back like a little snail, okay? Then come back up. Put your toes down, okay? And if you bring your knees off the floor, great. Call it a success. If you can just do this, and if you can go out with one leg and then the other, great, but don't do this fast, okay? Drop your shoulders, tight tummy, bring the knees off the floor, take a big breath, and just hang out here for just a second. Take a big breath, take a big breath, take a big breath, then bring those knees in, and then come back. Put your forehead on the hands, and really push your butt back, and take your hands forward. Mac is wondering what we're doing. Okay, really open up the shoulder. Come back up. Now you're ready for the cat camel. So go into that high mad cat position. Big breath. Then bring it back down. Go into that camel move. You're going to lift your chin. Okay? Now is when you lift your chin and you turn gently. Lift your chin and you turn. And then you come back into the mad cat. Really round up your shoulders, your upper shoulders. Take a big deep breath. Drop and go into the camel. Okay, lift the chin. Take a big deep breath. Put your toes down onto the floor. Press your knees up. Crawl back up. Now you're going to equalize here just for a second. You're not going to come up. Don't come up yet. See, I'm really wide here, right? Really wide with my legs. Then I'm going to go to the side and I'm going to really push in until I feel this groin stretching. Got it? Right there. Take a big deep breath. Go to the center and go to the other side until you feel this really getting a stretch. You're pushing this down, you're dropping your shoulders, breathing in through the nose, really push through the groin. And you can, if that's very effective for you and you're feeling very tight, you can go ahead and do it again and just pull that toe kind of up to your shin while you're doing it. Okay. So you're gonna go to the center, pull the toe up while this is straight. Hang out there for a little bit. Just hang out there for a little bit. Then come back down, press, and you're up. Take a big deep breath. Still snowing. All right, here we go. I'm here at the stand up, coming off of the other edge of the class. I want to really address tight calves now. Tight calves, tight quads. So we're going to go right back to our hip forward position. Okay. Drop your shoulders, bend the knees, don't tighten, and really push those hips forward as you drop your shoulders. Really open up that hip right there. As you're standing there, your feet are all splayed, okay? And you're really pushing through there. Then I want you to come out of it and you slip one leg back and you drop into the heel. Now, it shouldn't be too tight. My knee replacement side is always tighter. This one's feeling pretty good. But now what I want you to do is bend the back knee. See, bend the back knee a little. Do not take your heel off the floor, okay? Drop your shoulders, and you're just gonna turn and look over your shoulder. Come to center, keep that knee bent. Keep the heel down. Take a big breath. Move back up into this, and then slip the other one back. See that? So I'm gonna go back so my heel is down. So anybody that's had trouble with their feet, their plantar fascia, etc., their calves, their Achilles, this is for you, okay? Or if you don't want to have those kind of problems, should be done pretty regularly. You build up so much tension in your calf, you don't even realize it, okay? As a matter of fact, one of the breaks that you should be giving kids when they're in school, forced to sit in a chair, you want to do what's called a calf pump. See this? See this? This is a calf pump, okay? It helps get blood, oxygen. It helps take away all the waste in your muscles by doing this kind of a little pump. You will feel so much better after you've done something like that. And then you come back. Then you put your hands together, and we want to get all our brains hooked up here. So a lot of what we did was cross body, moving. So when you don't feel like exercising, just say, oh, let me just do that movement video that this crazy woman has up. That would be this one. Put your hands together, and you're going to do a figure 8 sideways. See this? See this? Now I'm putting it all together. Okay, so if I were watching you, I would look to see if your shoulders are down. That's number 1. Number 2, keep your chin tucked. And I'm going from a heel to a toe. Heel to a toe. Keep your shoulders down. Okay? And I'm crossing midline. Constantly crossing midline. Constantly crossing midline. So this kind of figure 8 motion with my hands together is putting all of our movement quotas in place. Okay? It's a very good thing to do with your kids. You can do this with a little ribbon wand. You can do it with, you know, any kind of streamers, and they will benefit from it. Okay, along with that calf pump. That calf pump is a very important one. Then I'm just going to go across like this. I'm going to do one final stretch. That if you would learn this and think about this when you're feeling tight in your back and you find yourself walking around like this, stop, put Put your hand on a counter, step behind, and then push forward with your hips, okay? Oh my goodness. It will loosen up and open this front so well for you. Spend a few seconds, maybe a couple of minutes doing this. If you have arthritis setting in your hips, in your spine, some of these recovery moves are just going to be so beneficial. So I can tell, you know, I'm tighter on this side, for instance. This is my hip replace side, but I'm getting tight over here. I don't know if that's with the knee issue or what, but this is a management issue, y'all. So once you've done that kind of a thing and you do rotations, a split stance rotation, gentle. See, this doesn't have to be like kill you kind of a move. See how I'm just moving fluidly, in control. I'm not slinging. Oh my goodness, for your spine, your shoulders, your hips, your feet. Whoa, and you should be feeling a lot better by now. Okay, so I'm gonna knock off just a few minutes early so I could go out and shovel snow.